But that will conclude our first series of the day. And as we try and set up the second series, I believe we'll be going to break. So Panthers walk away with a strong 3-0. And after the break, we'll be getting my personal hyped matchup of the day, which will be the Ducks versus the Kings. We'll see you guys soon. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I shouldn't say I am back. I'm part of the RLPC here. Anyway, my name is Seb, and we just came off of a strong 3-0 from the Panthers, as usual, off the Whitecaps, unfortunately. Excuse me. But now we have probably my favorite match of the evening, which will be the Ducks versus the Kings. Both of these teams are 10-7, I believe, and both of these teams are pretty strong contenders, I would say. Obviously, within their respective conferences. But the last time that I casted the Kings, it was against the Spartans, which unfortunately they lost in a very tight and honestly phenomenal series. Kings looking to get a nice comeback here. Both these teams have very, very strong rosters. Obviously, Andy, who is one of the strongest players in the league as part of the Ducks. But of course, Zayo and Mig are no slouch either. And on the Kings side, we have Toxic, Ryan, and Yokes. Toxic, was in chat earlier today. So shout outs to Toxic. But a lot of these teams play off of very structured offenses, very tight individualistic defenses. Kings in particular have a very nice passing infield pass style, which it's just, you watch it and it's very fun to watch. And it looks like Zayo is looking for a sub right now. Shockster, I agree. I hope Andy is playing right now. It is always a treat to watch him play. And you really wonder, if Andy played every single week, what record would Ducks have? I don't think it would be 10-7. I feel they would probably be around the Panthers level. But sorry. So that's about a little over half. Nice. Yeah. So, Kings versus Ducks will be a best of 5 series. A very hyped matchup indeed, as it looks like this will also be our last matchup of the evening. And as we get the players going here, we'll be getting started shortly. Of course, the Kings conference right now, which is the Pro Conference, very, very tight. 3 teams holding that 10-7 record, which is the Kings, the Pirates, and the Spartans. The Kings already playing the Spartans, unfortunately walking away with that with a loss. So it'll be really interesting to see who comes out on top out of that conference. Ducks only really having the Eagles to contend with currently. Cobras, though, not far behind. They're only 1 game behind, but a 3-way tie in the Pro Conference just as playoffs are coming up will definitely be interesting. Andy will be playing this evening. Andy's just booting up his PC right now. Oh boy. But very much, I'm looking forward to this matchup. I don't think I need to say any more about it. If Kings win, they're first. If they lose, Pirates are first. Wow, great observation. Yes, I think this will be important for the Kings to win so they can assert dominance in their conference. Ducks, I think, will be able to walk away with this. Sure, Eagles will be on top, but I think the Ducks can usually get any series they want off the back of Andy, generally. And it looks like my co-caster will not be able to make it today, as his stomach will not allow him to, which is unfortunate. Oh no. Poop's gone wrong. Oh. All right, so it looks like it will be another solo effort from me this evening. I hope you enjoy what I'm bringing you, as unfortunately we just have no other casters on hand. Oh, I also wish I had a coffee. All right. I think I'm just starting to feel tired from the gym for sure. What? Team shoot. What? So we get this. Okay, so is Andy playing or not? Andy is here. Rhino is here as well. All right, as the players are readying up, we have game one of our last match of the day, which is the Ducks versus the Kings. As Yokes already putting in the work to send it downfield and set up a pass. Rhino trying to get the redirect, not able to get anything out of it there. Yokes try and pass it, but Andy, once again, he's there. Andy, always the playmaker for his team, being able to set up pretty much anything, anywhere. An unfortunate whiff that we usually don't see from Andy, but Andy's still once again there for the save. Toxic will put it just off target as Mig trying to get it out of here, as Ducks not really having a lot of boost to play with right now, but it'll go in the corner. Zao will send it back in the corner. Andy will be able to pick up some boost. Clear it away. Rhino, though, will catch it. We'll go right into Mig. Zao will be able to send it down the field. It'll be centered for Andy. Andy putting it in the corner. Whoa, shot, but just off target. Mig able to catch that clear. Toxic will send it off the wall, though. Zao bringing it up off the back wall. It's Kings putting in a lot of work in the midfield right now to maintain this pressure. Toxic tries to get a shot, but not on target. Oof, Mig just nearly over his head as Andy will fly in to catch that clear. Rhino sending it off the roof here, but Yokes will be able to challenge in the corner again. Andy will have to play off the corner. Excuse me, back wall. And Kings already mounting so much pressure. And Zio, I think he is running the Cloud9 skin, so he might have to change that, if I recall. Oh, true. But Andy, Mig in the corner, does get bumped though, but Andy is there to save it. He's trying everything he can to give his team some space here, but Toxic will send in the corner. No one there to meet it. But Yokes, he's there to catch that clear. Mig will send it the other way. Toxic will meet it, send it back in the corner, trying to mount some pressure. Mig will be able to play for it with no boost left. Andy getting the clear downfield. Putting a defensive effort. Will kill the ball. Zao will once again challenge it, kill it. Not able to get anything out of it. Toxic sending it downfield as Rhino tries to get this redirect. Pass to Yokes will go over his head. Yokes able to challenge that. Nearly gets a dunk, but not quite on target as Mig clears it downfield. Once again with no boost. It seems like every single time that the Ducks are trying to attempt a nice counterattack here, they just have no boost to play with. Because they're using it all essentially to give themselves some space or get saves. Toxic gets a bump. And that might be an awkward save. It'll be played up high. Yokes going up high for it. Andy once again there for the save, but Rhino will catch it. Can he get a nice flick? No. Zao will send it back into the corner. And so far, this game has just been an entirely Kings-dominated show. Two teams with phenomenal defenses. Absolute stellar offensive pressure. But Kings just not being given a lot of room. Excuse me, Ducks not being given a lot of room to work with. So Andy will play it high. Zao will try and meet it. Not able to send it to the corner as Rhino's there to catch it. But I feel like once Ducks are comfortable, they have a lot of boost to play with as Andy past Andy infield. Zao, he's there for the shot and the double commit, unfortunately, sends like 4 cars flying to the ball, and it just gets sent to the side. Toxic, excuse me, Andy sending it downfield. Rhino putting it in the corner for good measure. Zao off the ground, not able to get a pass, but Mig will be able to send it for his teammate. Andy will be able to catch the rebound. It'll be off the backboard. Zao, but Yokes is there with the perfect pre-flip save. As with the last seconds in the game, it looks like the Kings are going to have to deal with this pressure now, as that's not the best to touch to deal with. Mig will send it back down. Andy putting it into the corner, pass to his teammate. Rhino able to get his car on it. Andy playing it slow. And the Kings will quickly put it down to force overtime. As game 1 overtime. So far, Kings absolutely dominating the series. A pass to Yokes. Yokes getting a nice challenge. Andy sending it up high. We'll get the second touch as well. Toxic catching it. It'll be a 2v1 right now. And unfortunately, perfect shot from Toxic. As that demo pressure from Rhino, you could see that Mig was going to have to deal with it. And so he had to challenge at some point, leaving it perfectly open for Toxic to make his move and win this game for the Kings. And man, despite it being a 1-0, the Kings absolutely dominated that game offensively, leaving absolutely no room for the Ducks. Okay. But as we get going into game 2 here of this best of 5 series, the Ducks and the Kings showcasing some incredible Rocket League from the RLPC. But the Ducks are going to have to take a change in strategy here. They have to figure out how they're going to be able to maneuver and set up offensive plays here. As Zao nearly gets that through. Mig sending it back downfield, past to Rhino. Andy, he's there to catch it quickly, but Toxic is there for the save on that absolute beamer. Yokes playing it slow, pinches it off the ground. He'll beat one defender. It'll be him versus Andy. Andy able to get the save, and Ducks quickly able to surround the ball. Andy reading that roof bounce. Yokes sending it to the corner. Toxic having the opportunity in a 2v2 here. Mig gets bumped, but Andy pre-flipping, trying to make a play for it. Ducks not able to convert that midfield. Mig sending it to Zeo. Zeo, can he get a shot? Yes, but it's just off target. That was clean, too. And he gets the nice scoop, tries to challenge. Mig will unfortunately just fly around that Zeo. That's so close to being on target as it hits the post. And you can see the Ducks are trying some things here as Toxic nearly gets that shot, but Zeo gets a perfect read just as he runs out of boost to play with, but Mig will play it over his head as the double commit in the corner from the King's side, showing him maybe more scattered defense right now. Andy nearly getting that shot off. Zeo will be there for the catch, but Rhino gets the perfect read. And you can see that the Ducks are starting to warm up offensively, trying to get some more infield passes, aerial passes. But right now, it's just a matter of when they will land. Are they going to be able to play around this very strong Kings defense who just have a sixth sense of where the ball is going to be? They're able to read it very well. Zeo will play in the corner, trying to individually outplay this. No one there to receive that pass, though. Rhino will send it downfield. Andy will be there to catch it. Yokes will be in the corner, but unfortunately whiffs it. Toxic going to cover from those. Mig goes up, goes up. Zeo needs to clear it out. Nope, he's going to leave those duties to Andy. Andy trying to play around the defense here. We have 2 minutes left on the board. Still scoreless. Mig playing it off the corner. 2 defenders in the net. Nice infield passes. Kings trying to establish some control in the midfields, but the Ducks' pressure just very strong right now. Toxic able to buy some space for his team. That double commit won't be good, though, as Andy comes flying in. Rhino able to get the clear. Mig shot. A little awkward there. You can see that the Ducks are just perching themselves in a perfect opportunity to try and mount an offensive attack every single time the Kings send it back out. Mig back in the corner. Zeo shot on target. The Yokes able to catch it there as we approach the last minute of this game. And Ducks have pretty much thrown everything they can at the Kings here. And still, this defense won't crack. Andy trying to play make for his team. Zeo not able to get that challenge either. Yokes going to send it downfield, but Ducks able to kill the ball before it goes anywhere. Andy still playing off of the wall. Gonna try and get a nice nifty ceiling shot. Is that might... Nope. But Zeo still through the defenders from Kings. And Mig just tries to get a shot off, but Kings unfortunately just playing it a bit too slow. And with the last few seconds in this game, Ducks are able to just barely inch a lead. And honestly, if there is any time for the defense to crack in the Ducks' favor, that would be it. Double commit as we approach the last second of this game. Andy will be able to get the demo, and Ducks will walk away with game 2 just by the skin of their teeth, to be honest. And I was really enjoying it. Just that whole game seemed like a reverse from game 1. Whereas game 1 had absolute oppressive pressure from the Kings in the offensive half. The Ducks very much putting on that same pressure in game 2. So game 3 should be interesting to see how the Kings adjust to this kind of pressure. as it looks like this Ducks offense is very much warmed up and is looking very scary. Andy still trying to put in that individual work as Ducks out of nowhere get 2 demos. Not going to get the best pass to Mig, though. Kings will try and attempt to take game 3 in this series, just like they did with game 1. Oh, as Toxic sends in the corner. And the corner game from the Kings has been very strong this series so far, as Mig gets the redirect, and it'll be right on target. Perfect placement. An awesome pass. Well, I guess to himself, but just in the corner. Perfect shape of the ball. Mildly satisfying things. But Ducks quickly, within the first minute of the game, taking a 1-0 in the series. As Rhino, not able to get the redirect, though, from a perfect pass from Yokes. And it looks like this strong and coordinated offense that the Kings have become known for is just starting to fall apart. They're starting to whiff a lot more on these passes. Not able to make as many plays. A shot nearly... No. Oh, no. Kings, you're such a good coordinated team. Your communication is evident. As Kings unfortunately own goal to give Ducks a 2-0 in this game. But it's not over yet. There's still just about 4 minutes left in this game. Be given to Toxic. He'll send it downfield. Yokes tries to pre-flip for it, but not able to get his ball on it. Or, excuse me, car on it. Toxic trying to muscle his way for a pass, but Ducks very much solidifying this defense right now as Toxic shot, but Zayo will be there for the save. Zayo unfortunately whiffs that clear as Rhino, he'll try and set an infield pass. Toxic not able to get a good shot off. Let's see if he can make up for it for another pass. As both teams currently right now just scrambling around the Ducks half. Toxic shot. Can he get the double tap? No. And he will, once again, is just there for the save. Rhino. Can he get this? Andy going to be able to get the save off the back wall. He'll still go in the corner there. Yokes. Perfect shot off of Toxic's pass. Absolutely perfectly placed shot. That's just one of those satisfying goals for sure. As Kings take the lead down to 1 with 3 minutes left in this game. Kings proving they're still alive. Oh, that's a little unfortunate. Oh, Kings with the double commit, which you never want to do against Andy, who will always take advantage of your mistakes. A very pretty shot off the wall indeed. And just as the Kings are able to reduce the lead by 1, Ducks are able to once again establish a lead of 2. Yokes playing it in the corner. Toxic, oh, just off target. That was such a good pass. And Kings once again just mounting this offensive pressure. Rhino not able to get his car on it. Yokes will have to give it away. Buy his team some room to get some boost. Yokes, infield pass to Toxic, but not able to get anything off of it. Andy reads it perfectly. Dale will play off the roof. Wow, okay. Miami just beat the Bucks. Jeez. Sorry, my bad. Anyway. Oh. Kings trying to establish once again this offensive pressure. But Ducks are starting to get used to just playing under this pressure right now. I think they're very much communicating very well. As a team pinch, we'll send it downfield. Rhino playing around the defenders here, trying to get him on one, but Andy will send it back. Yokes pinching it off the roof. Can he get a second touch? No. Toxic will be there, though, playing it a little awkwardly as he gets bumped. And Andy, let's see what he can do. He gets it over one. Yokes still able to get there for the save. And Yokes just putting in an absolute defensive effort right now. Doing everything he can to just give himself and his team some room. Rhino will play this very slow off the backboard. And Yokes will be able to get that shot. It's Rhino. We'll get the credit for it, but just barely. With a minute left in this game, Kings looking to tie this game. Whoever wins this game, of course, will take the lead in this series, but so far it's been an absolute banger. Very structured Rocket League, absolutely. Not a super high scoring one, but it's just showing how very well practiced and refined these teams are. Toxic nearly shot on target. These passing plays are coming through. And the shots are there. They're just not quite where they want to be. As Rhino able to get the shot, but not there. Yokes will get the rebound off the post as Kings are able to tie it up with 17 seconds left on the clock. And that is a phenomenal passing play from the Kings. Once again, bringing in that passing dominance that they showed in earlier series. As we approach the last seconds of this game, it looks like we might have another overtime if Kings aren't able to score, or excuse me, if... Oh no, this is a double commit that you don't want, especially at the last second against the Ducks, but regardless, we will be going to overtime in Game 3 of this series. Now, it should be interesting because Kings are starting to get their form back as Andy. Oh no, but Rhino is just there for the save. Andy still, once again, just being an absolute monster on the offensive half. Able to set up just about anything and beat any individual player. Yokes pass a little wide. But that'll be an infield pass to no one. Yokes has to go back and get some boost. Andy. Oh, excuse me. That wasn't Andy. My bad. That was Mig. Andy will play it in the corner. Rhino gonna try and meet him, but you don't beat Andy. Yokes gonna get that bounce. Gets it over one defender. Will send it to the corner. Andy there to meet it. Toxic sending it back. Once again, Kings, just like in the regulation, Kings are just mounting this offensive pressure right now. Ducks just have no choice but to deal with it. What I'm really kind of puzzled by is I don't see the Kings. They're seeing how this offensive pressure is just taking a long time to work. But they're not making an attempt to get any more bumps or demos or anything like that to really disrupt the flow of the Ducks. As Rhino just getting absolutely every touch he can. I really like how the Ducks are sort of adapting to the fact that, excuse me, the Kings, I should say, are starting to adapt to the corner play. They're realizing that it's not really working out for them. They're going to have to try something else here. Yokes sending it down, but that'll go right to Andy. That's where you don't want it. Yokes trying to look for this demo. Andy, can he get it? No. There's a nearly clippable shot. Almost came through. Toxic will be able to get it through both defenders, playing it off the corner. Can he solo this? Andy will be there for the save. Yokes will be able to center it to Rhino, but Mig is able to read the pass perfectly. Rhino tries to get a pass off Toxic. Not able to get a good angle on it. As we immediately reset. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. I'll go off the backboard. Can anyone meet it? No. As Mig looks like he was kind of tied up by the Kings player. There, we'll play off the corner. This is a very fast ball, but Rhino able to get the redirect. Once again, oh, you can see that the Ducks, they're really trying to pick up the pace here. Toxic off the wall. Andy there to meet it. And it's a 2v2 right now. This looks confusing. Yokes not in the best position, but Mig just backflips, unfortunately. As once again, he backflips. But Zeo, he's able to meet it and get the clutch save off of Mig's unfortunate mistake. But oh, that is also an unfortunate mistake just on target from Andy. But Yokes, once again, absolutely putting in a defensive masterclass. Everywhere that the Ducks are trying to put in a shot, Yokes is just there. Kings dealing with this offensive pressure right now. That'll go through one. Does he have this for free? Yes, he does. But Zeo tries to get the save, but Yokes gets the shot for game 3 in this series. Zeo was so close. He got so much of his car on it, but just not able to get the right angle. If he was just a millisecond faster, he would have been able to save it. But regardless, Yokes coming in with that shot, absolutely taking the MVP of that game, both defensively and offensively, with 1,015 points. That has to be one of the best games I've seen from him. Oh, Toxic and Rhino left. Are they changing their skins? But absolutely phenomenal play from the Kings. Once again, very much a performance like game 1, where they were able to mount a lot of offensive pressure throughout the bulk of the series. And though they were having a very much hard time dealing with the Ducks' counterattacks and their individual performances, they were able to come out on top in overtime with a phenomenal performance, really. And just like I said, this was going to be probably our marquee match of the day, as both these teams are fighting for supremacy in the RLPC. As game 4 gets started, Ducks looking to tie up this series and push a game 5, but the Kings want to end it early, as a redirect from Yokes will be nearly on target, but Zeo will be there for the save. Kings, just like before, mounting this pressure. Zeo will be all the way there. Whoa! Zeo playing it deep. Stealing that corner boost. And it just, Kings had no idea he was there, as a pass all the way from the Ducks half will go right to Zeo, and Ducks will take the lead in this game. All right, as Ducks, this is a good confidence boost, absolutely. This is the kind of play that you need to reassert yourself back in the series after an unfortunate overtime goal, but Rhino will send it downfield, and not even Mig will be able to get it, as it'll be a free goal for Rhino. As Rhino will be able to tie up the game for the Kings. Still just under a minute played. We already have a 1-1 scoreline. Hopefully this will be an absolute banger of a game, as I hope it will be. And by banger, I don't mean demos, but that's cool too. Andy and Yokes, 2-star players playing in the corner right now. Oh, Rhino! Rhino! Absolutely reads that with a phenomenal redirect coming in. And unfortunately, the whiff from the Duck side gives Rhino a perfect opportunity to get that goal. And already with just after a minute being played, we already have a 2-1 scoreline. This Yokes just putting in the work to get absolutely every touch he can right now. Kings. You could argue that a lot of the goals that they made were more based off of defensive mistakes from the Ducks or just unfortunate touches. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments they make. Oh, wow. Is that going to roll in? No, Zay will be able to save his team. Rhino picking up the pace here, putting in the speed, putting in the corner. Andy, of course, he reads it. He'll bring it back down to the midfield to the Kings side, but Toxic will be there for the challenge. Mig able to read that shot. Andy sending it downfield once again, just as we approach the halfway point of this game. Once again, Kings just showing absolute dominance in terms of the challenge game and strong pressure. Every time the Ducks are able to get themselves on the ball, they're able to read the passes, challenge well. And despite Andy just stopping oh, no. Okay, Yokes able to keep it away. Ducks not able to get a shot off of that open net. But yeah, you can see that just the Kings are just playing very much on point right now. Despite Andy doing everything he can defensively to stop any passes, any good, strong clears into the corner, he's going to solo this here as what is happening right now. Nearly gets that individual player over like 3 defenders. Rhino will get a pass off to Toxic, but just in the corner. That would have been a very, very clean passing play. We have a minute and a half left in this game. Ducks are still down and are just having a hard time getting through this midfield. As Kings have it locked down. Sao tries to get something through that will be a nice centering play, but no one there to meet it. Once again, every single time that Andy tries to set something up, they know immediately to converge on them. It's almost like with the Detroit Pistons and the Bulls in the early 90s. With the Jordan rules, the Kings have the Andy rules. Oh my God, Andy. Oh, you read his soul. You read his soul. That is the biggest soul read I've ever seen. Yokes, read a Bible. Get some help. As that will give Ducks a second life in this game to tie up this game. Give Ducks a chance in this series. 30 seconds left on the clock. Are we going to see another overtime, or is Andy going to get another clip-worthy shot? Sao, Toxic will be able to save it. Just get a perfect challenge as Mig. That is almost on target. King's starting to scramble right now. Trying to get some good touches as Rhino. Yokes, rather than go for the second shot, that will be a flick. Will it be on target? No. Yes, but it'll be off the crossbar. Ducks have an opportunity, but no, it will go to overtime. An unfortunate last few seconds there from the Ducks. But you can see that they're trying to pick up the pace now. They're playing off of momentum. Yokes stops it in its tracks as someone is there. Rhino is there for the assist. Excuse me, Yokes got the assist, but Rhino is there for the shot. And you can see that the Ducks, unfortunately, were just scrambling around that ball. Regardless, Kings walk away with this series against the Ducks. Despite Andy's best efforts, he was not able to net the Ducks a decisive win as Kings absolutely make up for their previous loss against the Spartans in a very strong and decisive series against the Ducks here. Phenomenal play from them. And man, I do love watching the Kings play. At the end of the day, I very much love watching the Kings play. Sure, offensively, they're a bit hit and miss, but when they're going, they're really going. And Ducks, yeah, just Ducks not having the best day. Trying to do everything. Andy specifically was trying to do everything he could. And despite getting at least one clippable, that is like the rule of RLPC. He needs to get one clip per match, which he did. Not able to walk away with the series. So, regardless, I still think Ducks have a decent chance in playoffs. Unfortunately, they're going to have to work to take the lead spot again in their division, but the Kings walk away with the leading spot in their conference. Absolutely. Pro conference. They will move to 11-7. But with that being said, I've been your caster, Seb. That was our last match of the day. I hope you enjoyed that. Please make sure if you want to join the RLPC for a wide array of different leagues, including all the way down to Champ 1 on Diamond 2, excuse me, all the way up to the very best that GC has to offer. Join the Discord link down below. With that being said, once again, my name is Seb. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night.